Hello everybody, and thank you for joining me, and I hope you're having a good day. We are continuing our playthrough of Ultimate General American Revolution. Almost said Civil War there, but that's not quite the game we're playing. And we are about to begin our long-awaited assault on Boston. And to do so, we pretty much just have to maneuver our troops into positions. However, we do want to sort of even up our forces, make sure they are essentially aligned with each other. Before beginning our march. Now, my troops that are up here, we are just going to sort of move forward slightly. We're actually not going to commit. We're just going to sort of move them. I did like a little test of just moving my troops into position to see how the British would react. And if I don't actually have to attack Salem to keep them there, I just have to move this group forward and basically threaten to attack Salem. Because if I do attack, then these guys are definitely going to get overwhelmed. And I definitely don't want that. But by moving them forward, it also keeps these guys locked into Salem, because if I don't move them forward out of Portsmouth, the forces in Salem do tend to move down towards Boston to assist once I move these forces in. So by moving Murphy forward, we will lock in these troops, hopefully in Salem. Obviously, the computer could do something different this playthrough, but I'm hoping by moving Murphy, it sort of holds them into that position. And of course, Boston is just outside of the reinforcement range, so once we begin an assault down here, the troops in Salem shouldn't actually be able to be pulled into that attack. But without further ado, we're going to get this show on the road. Get these forces moving forward. Alright. And basically what I'm going to do, let me pause this actually, is just get them in positions, start threatening the British positions, trying to get them vaguely in the same spot, and then letting them get back to conditioning, sort of letting the British come to us. As you can see, they are beginning to move out. And pause really quick. As you can see, they are moving towards this group towards the bottom, so we are going to start moving these guys to intercept. I also need to get my general over here, and we're just going to keep bringing these guys in as well. We aren't going to be able to actually get their conditioning up like I originally thought. Just as that happens, we get that 10% buff to our government efficiency. And we should all be in. Yes, we are all in. One of us is slightly into... No, I think we're all in the red box, so we should all start in the field of battle. So yeah, here we go. Without these 1,400 men and without their 2,000, it's basically 5,100, or about 5,200 maybe, against probably about 7,500. So we outnumber them pretty well, but they do have this cavalry unit, which is very scary, and we're gonna do what we can to account for that. As you can see, we are going to be hitting the British on 3 different sides, so that should help with the regulars holding my middle, and then the 2 militias on each end. So they're really going to be the ones who take the brunt of the cavalry charges. They also have the skirmishers though, so they should be able to hopefully hold the British in place while we get our forces into position here. So we're just going to pause immediately, and we're going to take a look at what we can start adjusting for. As you can see, there's some of the cavalry all the way back here. What we actually want to do, I think I want to try and let's get the guns up this way slightly. We do have some of these men already into like joined units. That's interesting. We are going to try and get these skirmisher units right up onto their flanks and hitting them almost immediately. And then, not sure how I want to position. We are going to have to protect the artillery. And we're also going to have this flank. Now this flank, we do have to worry about their cavalry a little bit more. Let's actually move this gun back some. Actually, let's see if we can't get really up onto their flanks. I think they have British units in here. We just can't see them for some reason at the moment. But we're gonna wait and see on that. And we do have the middle here. We want to immediately try and take these woods. I'm curious why it put all of our forces like into these combined units. I'm wondering if I shouldn't just break them apart. In fact, I think I will. Sorry about this, it's gonna take a minute, but I don't see the reason to have all these into these bigger sized units at the moment. I'd rather not have that and rather be able to pick and choose where I want my men to be in like smaller formations, because especially as the Americans, I think I'm going to do that all around. Especially as Americans, you really need to be able to wrap around the British, and it's harder to do. It's much easier to do when you have a lot of units. So that is going to change all of what I just did. But we can essentially do the same thing. Actually, I think the guns work out. Yeah. And yeah, these regular army troops, we want to move forward. Let's get these three in this line here. Have these guys in reserve. We'll have a couple more in reserve of those guys, just sort of holding that flank. So we're moving these three up. Let's have them adjust slightly. Move these guys forward. These guys are already all moving. See if we can't take this wood line up ahead. Who do we got moving? Let's have these guys go into reserve of them here. Probably send these regular army units sort of out this way to maybe join up with this army out here. And maybe move these guns forward. I'm not sure why these guys are all back here. I believe these are my 12 pounders though. Yeah, these are my 12-pound field guns. So yeah, we definitely, you know, it's sort of a mixed bag. I kind of want them to be up towards the front and just hammering home against the British, but well, it might be a bad move actually doing that. And we do have to come back over here and break up these forces. Because like I said, I want them operating in smaller units at the moment. I'd rather reform them into the larger units. So let's have these three come up. They're going to be holding our immediate flank. Have them in reserve. Have them come to this side of the cannon. And have them match up against this tree line, I think. Till we just can fully see where all the British are, we're just sort of playing a bit of a guessing game right now. We're going to advance, because there's going to be a lot of micromanaging, because this is a big battle. This is pretty much, what, 1,500 men? I'm trying to think on top of my head. Maybe about 1,500, 1,300. We have about 7,000, they have about 5, so probably 1,300. So we're all going to micromanage this battle quite a bit. So we're only going to advance at sort of half speed at the moment while we start locating some of these British units. Yeah, as you can see, we're starting to spot some of these guys. Like I said, we're just advancing forward with some of my skirmishers at the moment, just to delay them while we get all the rest of our troops into positions. Oh, they need to fall back. They're having the cavalry come right at them. Focus all my artillery on the cavalry, because cavalry can be quite devastating. That was unfortunate. They're probably going to get mauled out there. They're probably not coming back. We've probably already lost one unit. Let's get them up this road over here. Actually thinking this might be a good spot for my guns, my 12-pounders. We really need to protect our artillery against that cavalry. Wow. We just did a heck of some damage to that cavalry, but they already got our... Of course, we're taking huge friendly fire, but look how they just mauled that cavalry. I'm not sure how they are still going, though. That's ridiculous. Our entire left flank is practically shattering now at this point. Can't seem to form these guys up. I'm not sure what's going on here. So it looks like we've scared off that cavalry unit. That one is being totally absorbed by a bunch of my artillery. Ah, come on, I don't want you guys moving. Our middle is doing just fine. We may need to push with our middle here very shortly. Alright, let's see what our 12-pounders can do. These guys about ready to shoot or not? These guys are. Let's see what these 12-pounders do against that unit of British infantry. Oh, wow. Yeah, causing them to rout with one volley. So let's, seeing as they're routing, let's change their target. That cavalry, that's insane. Alright, we're gonna need some help on this left flank. I thought I paused it. Come on. Come off it. Oh, come on. Let's get these skirmishers up here. Where are those skirmishers? Where's my general? We probably need the general on this left flank. And you know what? We have our regulars. Let's start pushing the middle. Make sure that we're all supported out here. They're not really pushing our middle, so maybe time to just break out over here. Launch an assault forward. Hit them in their flanks over here. Of course, this is where all their artillery is, so we probably don't want to push too hard for their center just yet. Our right flank is doing okay. We're wrapping around them. Let's go ahead and move this skirmisher up, seeing as he's recovered slightly, and get him on an end around. Probably have him do the same thing, just keep coming up and around. It's so crazy that cavalry is just laying waste to 5 units of militia. Starting to break slightly. Get charged in. Let's counter charge with this unit. Give those guys some support. Oh, jeez. Unbelievable. We need to get up here and support these guns. Or else this whole left flank will collapse. Get those guys in there. Alright, we're starting to push. Let's start wrapping around on this side. That cavalry's coming back across the field. They're finally starting to waver over here at least. And that gun battery completely shattered. What are you guys doing? Stop. Let's keep pointing into that unit on the far left. Alright, let's come back right. Our militia is breaking completely. Our artillery is now up in the air. So, let's go ahead and start bringing these guys across the field. Let's move back our artillery and move those guys up. Same with maybe these 2 units over here. Get them moving this way. Alright, maybe start pushing through their center a little bit some more. Bring this guy out. Have him take up his position. Alright, where's this guy? Let's get him heading to the left here. Let's actually have him head this way. We have some skirmishers who have rallied. Trying to see if there's any other skirmishers who have rallied. It does not look like it. Let's go ahead and bring up some of these ammo stretchers. Let's have this one start heading this way. Because really it's the artillery I'm wanting to make sure they have supplies for. So that guy's completely routed. This guy's starting to come back. Let's have him start moving down this way. Sort of regroup in this area. This guy's starting to regroup. Let's go ahead and actually, there's a little bit of a high ground it looks like over here. Let's go ahead and move our artillery back into that area and start reforming some of these guys a little farther back. Sort of trying to regroup here. That cavalry unit is starting to come in. Let's hammer them. Let's actually bring this guy up to support. We might just end up countercharging that our cavalry. Not sure where they're going. That was a weird sort of end around by the enemy. Have them come up to meet him. He starts flipping around. We're almost broken that cavalry unit. Looks like, okay, that 40 men is coming back across. These guys are pretty much completely broken at this point. Our whole left just sort of dissolved there. How's our right doing? Pretty much dissolving as well. Might be able to reform these units. Let's get them starting to move back this way. I'm not sure where they're going. I don't want you all running right off the map. I'm just gonna try and reform all this militia all the way back here. Alright, we really got to start pushing forward with our regulars. Let's combine these two units. They've taken quite a bit of damage here. Got these guys up in the swamp. Our left is really getting pushed. Let's actually combine these two. Alright, let's pause and take a little bit of stock. Let's combine these two units. These skirmishers are serving their purpose. They're eating up these British units. Crap, these guys are heading this way. They're not going to be able to get back out of there, are they? Let's have you reform here then. Put you in reserve. What else we got going on? Might possibly start moving that guy up that way a little. Let's take this guy, start moving him left. This skirmisher unit's finally sort of respawned, so let's get him over. Just keep supporting that flank. These guys should be joining up momentarily. Oh no, it's that unit that joined up. Make sure you're hitting them in the flank. Actually, let's not join them up until that combat's over with. I feel like this battle's... It seems like it's going bad. Only because our flanks are so up in the air at the moment, but I think we're holding on okay. Really mostly because our regular army is just doing so well. I think we did a really good job making sure they were stationed here in the middle. guy's about to fire. After he fires, I think I'm going to start repositioning my artillery to this area here. Oh, I don't want to speed it up. I'm still trying to take some stock over here. Alright, get them up on this flank. Maneuver these guys all into one position. Even my regulars are starting to break a little. Probably because we have no morale, because I've been focused so much in on... Oh, man. Okay, so that cavalry just came in here, but our guns are right here, so it's gonna take sacrificing a... It's just a militia unit. Come on, let's fire, fire. He's almost reloaded. Shred him. Shred that cavalry unit. Shred him. There we go. Alright, you get back, because you just took a bunch of friendly fire. That's what I'm talking about. We've made short work of the artillery. Let's combine these two units. Over on their flank. Not sure what position you want to call that. Hit them in their rear. Actually, you just get down that way. I'm going to try reforming some of those units into larger units if we can. That's unfortunate. Combine those two units. That's a big skirmisher unit right there. Yep, them to support them. They're not the same unit, so they can't actually. Let's get this ammo stretcher over there. Alright, combined up those two units. I think I actually already had done that. Line up all these units. These guys up onto their flank, I think. Alright, let's get this cannon up here. Move them up slightly. Oh, I don't want to do that. Why are you turning your flank to all those cannons up there? I don't know. him up to that yard up there. We're starting to get close to their cannon, which is why we're actually starting to take some significant casualties. Actually, let's overwhelm him with all of our men. Where are you going? Where are you going? Okay, they're just trying to chase after all those guys. Maybe you move up this cannon. Alright, we were able to get them off the point. Let's see if there's anybody who can reform up into battle. These two units can. Get them going. Got another unit down here that's ready to come back in. Let's do fighting it out in the swamp. Maybe I'll actually take back these guns if I really wanted to. Might send him up. Try and take back. Help out that unit. Swing this militia unit up. Swing him around. That cannon is really hurting us. We need to try and regain one of these flanks and push in on the cannon from multiple directions, I think. Alright, he's reformed. Let's join up those two units. Alright, Butcher I think has done a good job over here. Let's get him over into the middle. I mean Butcher. Why did I say Butcher? I've been watching too much historical gamer. Bandit is doing nothing over there at this moment. We've pretty much regained the left here. Need to start moving these guys in a little bit closer. And get you up there. Your morale's pretty much recovered. Need to spin you. Put you into reserves. He's completely empty. Okay. We got more forces now being beaten back. British are coming back at us again. Maybe charge in there since they're in the We had an opportunity to hit them while they were in the swamp, I thought. Alright, so let's send this skirmisher unit out this way. Let's actually send both skirmisher units out that way. Let's start swinging around, and let's bring back up our artillery. Let's do a pretty good mass of British troops here. Let's bring up one of these guns, point blank. Do a pretty good mass of British troops over here as well. Beginning to think we're not as in good a standing as I once thought we were. Go ahead and merge that unit into this one, make it a nice big 200-man unit. That's just militia right there. Come on, join up, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. What are you doing? What are you doing? How are you not merged yet? Thank you. Let's protect those artillery guns. This has been quite the battle, that's for sure. Get a volley off and then turn around and meet that unit coming in. Stu's saying they have quite a bit of men left. They're really starting to push in here. Flip them around. This might be an opportunity that we just go all in right over there. Let's move this gun up. Something tells me they're not going to make it in time. Go, boys, go. I mean, they do have artillery right behind them as well, though. Even if they do make it. Made it to those guns. And we made it to the gun line. I think it's time we send Bandit over here. These guys have been steadfast, I'll give them that. They haven't given up that flank, and they are taking their attention away. It was an effort, it wasn't a very good one. Alright, let's reform. Beating them back there. I don't want to push. They got way too much artillery just massed there. If we're gonna win this battle, we gotta beat their infantry. Well, we routed them. Artillery is winning today. For both sides, really. Pretty much won this left. It's funny, early on in the battle this was our worst flank, and now it's pretty much our best flank. We've definitely turned the tide over here. We had to commit a lot to do so, but we're definitely starting to turn the tide. We can't let them get into our... of course, they just started breaking. Can these guys actually fight? It don't look like it. Turn and fight that unit. Alright. Gear up for another assault against their infantry. Let's just keep shooting down their infantry lines over here. Get him over here. Get him some protection. These guys are pretty much on their own out here. Let's batter that guy out there. Actually, let's move up our artillery. Let's get him up with this other artillery over here. I can't believe that battle's still going on over there as well. Again, we are playing this in a sort of a slow motion play. Just doing a lot of micromanaging. So you have to keep that in mind. It's point blank, shoot a whole bunch of shell into him. Or shot, I mean. You know what? Let's just charge in. They're charging our guns, so we gotta do something about that. Of course, we just sent a whole bunch of shot into our own charging men. Couldn't change their target quick enough. They're going after our supply structures, for Christ's sake. Let's try and form up into some larger units over here. these guys back. We'll just keep taking on the infantry. I don't want to do anything else. Target that infantry moving forward. We are starting to turn the tide. That ticker is going down slightly. So things are starting to work out in our favor. We are getting flanked over here though. As well as, wow, can't believe these guys, they had their backs against the wall, but they're still holding on. Alright, they've been taken out. Let's just move up their line, I think. Really just looking at targeting their infantry. Because they can still beat us with just artillery. We've seen it happen before. Wow, we finally beat that with that one unit. That's insane. It's about time. I think we can probably start speeding this up some. Sorry, I've been playing in the slow-mo this whole time. I am a little concerned about our right. No. Looks like they're pulling out. Giving us some chances to get these guys into better positions. Alright, we routed him. Looks like their morale is finally starting to work against them. And we did it. We've broken the British. Here we go. What we really want to try and do is try and really just focus in on taking out that artillery at this point. Doing everything we can to just chase all that artillery down. Oh jeez, that's all broken. We're probably not going to do too much to it, but every little bit helps. Especially seeing as we took so many casualties. The original plan was to march on Salem immediately. I don't think that's actually going to be part of the the plan anymore. So there goes Thomas Gage. He's leading his retreating forces away from the battlefield. Might be able to get a couple of these guns. We've slowed down their army significantly. Gotta stop. We gotta tell these guns to stop firing. Hold your fire. Hold your fire. Hold your fire. God dang it. Ah, god dang it. Hold your fire. Shot at one artillery battery. Come on, take him out. Come on, get up there. Take him out. Come on. One more volley should nail him. Looks like this guy's gonna get away. Come on, you can't get him. Shoot him, shoot him. There we go, good. Nice, got him. It looks like he's gonna get away. Alright, so what a battle, what a battle. They're left with 1,300 men. We are left with about a little under about 2,800 men. Yeah, that was quite the battle. They lost, including the ones that they got missing. They lost 3,600 of their 4,800 men. So yeah, about 1,200 men remaining for them. Like I said, we should have about 3,800. My math is correct. 3,800 men. So it was definitely a bloody battle. Over 7,000 casualties in total of the, what did we say, 13,000 men that were committed to this battle. And hopefully, let's zoom in a little, we can get some of these guys to surrender on us. I'm really aiming for ones that are doesn't look like we're gonna get any. Not gonna get any of these guys to surrender, really? Nobody? Ah, that's unfortunate. Yeah, we are definitely gonna have to hold off on our assault into Salem. Let's go ahead and have him go back to Portsmouth for now. We are gonna have to keep an eye on units in Salem, make sure they don't. In fact, let's send a couple of these guys back to Leicester. Everybody else would take up positions in Boston. Why don't you join that garrison? We'll probably go ahead and disband one of these units and immediately try and reform, because I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Portsmouth has plenty of recruits. Guess we can. Alright, let's go ahead. Oh, Boston's not quite taken yet. We're moving some troops. Alright, let's get all these guys in garrison. Including, let's go ahead and just get our general in garrison over here. So not too shabby. Let's go ahead, like I said, we'll immediately disband him and we'll go ahead and... Oh no, I forgot about that. I should have just upgraded him. What was it? Oh, you can upgrade these ones. Some of them you can. Here, let's do this. Let's disband him. That's unfortunate. And then we'll create a whole new army unit. That's actually, that really upset me actually. I totally forgot I was actually over the army limit. And we have a lot of brown besses. We really do. Let's just give them civilian muskets for now though. Not really sure what we all have. I have some 6-pounders. Let's go ahead and build out a 6-pounder because I don't think any of my guys had 6-pounders before the battle. And we'll do another Fusilier unit. We won't do supply stretcher because I don't have the money to buy wagons at the moment. Not to mention I'm kind of looking for more men. That's sort of what I was going for. So we're probably going to have to wait a little bit of time before we can launch an assault on Salem. Let's come back here, just make sure. I think Fort Ticonderoga is under attack. Okay, so we captured Boston, but like I said, I think we are under attack at Fort Ticonderoga. We might want to start sending. We might want to send up. What am I doing? Why can't I get you guys out of? Are they under attack? Not really sure what's going on. Because I can't seem to. Oh, that worked. So let's go ahead and move both of these guys up. See what's going on. We'll send Arnold back there immediately. And see if we can't figure out what's going on at Ticonderoga, because yeah, they've definitely taken casualties. Let's get both these guys in garrison. Come on, get in your garrison. Not sure what's going on. Get in garrison. Okay, he is. Or not. Stop playing around and just get in garrison, thank you. Not sure where my troops went. Okay, so there's Batty. So Fort Ticonderoga was definitely under attack. I think, yeah, they definitely retreated once we started marching more men out. So let's go ahead and we'll leave Arnold back over here from here on out. Now that we've pretty much won the one here in the east, we just got to reform some units. Not enough officers at the moment. That's going to be an issue, trying to get these guys back up to strength. Because yeah, we are completely having officer issues. But one thing we are going to want to do almost immediately, one, we want to start working on the printing press in Boston. That's what I sort of determined I wanted to do immediately. Just because Massachusetts' loyalty is pretty bad. We don't want any of these places turning against us. The next thing I wanted to do almost immediately after following that battle is I need to start expanding my navy. And as much as it hurts me to have to buy, I think we are going to go ahead and buy a 6 rate just to try and expand our navy a little bit. I believe that means we are going to have to buy the cannons for it though. Yeah, so we are going to have to buy 28 guns for it as well. So we will go ahead and... Is there any other size? I hate that. There we go. No. Okay. So we will buy, what, 18 guns. And then it was 10 guns. And that should give us enough to outfit that ship with. So do the 10. We do not have enough officers. Okay. That's gonna have to be something we'll look at here in a little bit. Okay, project tree. We actually, what were we working on? I don't even remember. Could do officer, no, the only naval officer recruitment that can only be done over there. And I think that's for a big officer. So let's go ahead and we'll start working on dragoons again over here. 74 days away. It's going to be quite a little while. But we did it. We finally took Boston. We just have a small force that we still have to deal with. Technically, I have enough men right now, except I really want to build up my men before I do anything and try and like attack Salem. They have 4,000 men. We have almost 5,000 men. With probably more coming on the daily, especially once this unit gets fully built out. But again, officers is our big issue at the moment. Let's bring it up a day. Maybe now officers is still not something we can do right now. And they are actually they're taking attrition. I think it's because Salem is actually not a big enough town. Oh no, they're starting to build back up again. But so are we, slowly and only slightly. It's crazy that we can't do any off. Oh, that's because we're doing it. So this should, in one day, we should get a little bit of a boost here. Granted, all the officers we just gained are now immediately. He was doing college, so we'll get back to doing college. Is that the one? Oh yeah, that's the one. That's where we lost our officer. Wow. Wonder what. So we have Daniel. Did Daniel Morgan's unit just get destroyed, and that's why we have him for this? That's weird. I'm assuming that's what happened. I think we actually lost Morgan's rifleman, maybe? I think we were working towards getting the qualified engineers over here. Or maybe we hadn't even started. What happened to Daniel's Morgan's rifles? No, that's Morgan's rifles right there. I guess we could just put him in charge if we wanted to. I'm not sure. But yeah, we're definitely having officer issues. So it might be time to let's take a look at building some schoolhouses if in places where we don't already have them. Schoolhouse here. And I also wanted to do a printing press down in Connecticut because our loyalty has been not the greatest as of recently. We're spending a bit of money. I guess we need to get these guys back in their garrisons. Let's go ahead and get. So France and Britain are back at peace. So pretty much all that money we gained, we've pretty much burned through, but most of that was because of this. Now, can I finally? I don't think I can, because I think Navy officers are still part of. Yeah, it's too showing we don't have enough officers. So it's going to be a while before we can even equip that ship, it looks like. Which is a bit annoying. Looking at our finances, things have stabilized a little bit better. At least our financing is almost as much as our army expenses again. I'm sure getting Boston helped that slightly. And hopefully building all these schoolhouses will help out a bunch as well. I'm half tempted to just delete this unit in Bennington. Just to get the officers, because we are in such desperate need for officers. But at the same time, if they attacked us, it means they are... then that position is just vulnerable. So I'm not sure if I want to leave it even more vulnerable by deleting that unit in Bennington. I think we have to, though. As unfortunate as it is, hopefully it doesn't leave us too vulnerable over in the west over there. What is this? It's in Connecticut. I just literally said we can't take too much more in Connecticut, but we need the money, and it's still halfway decent. It says we got more arriving by sea. Does that mean they're heading to Salem? I'm going to assume that's where they're heading. It didn't say invasion, so I'm assuming they're heading to Salem. So we finished that. We really need these officers, so let's go ahead and throw him into that. Start recruiting more officers. It's going to take 17 days though. But we are in desperate need of getting more officers because we have a lot of units that still need to be brought back, and they can't do so until they lost their freaking artillery unit completely. I guess we can give them 4-pound gallopers. What's this? There's an officer, I guess. We can't even build it out because we're missing officers. Alright. Alright, well I hear... Okay, they're attacking Fort Stevens now. So let's head up there. Let's also send troops from Fort Rice. And send Bandit up there. So they've gotten very aggressive since we took Boston. They've made some moves of their own, seeing as we were moving troops. Not sure what Jefferson's doing. What kind of force are they attacking with? That's what my question is. Ooh, quite the sizable force actually. I really don't have much to send that way though. Looks like they might be skirting off. It looks like they're actually moving to reinforce. Let's move Jefferson back for now. Yeah, it looks like they're actually just moving to reinforce and my guys are just shooting at them. So that's annoying. Actually, if they follow the roads, we're going to keep an eye on them. They might actually be heading to Portsmouth. I'm wondering if that's where they're going. We can actually upgrade this unit. We got disruption of supply lines. Raided British coastline. More brown besses. That's good. That's where they're going. So let's go ahead and have Jefferson come up from behind because they are definitely heading towards Portsmouth. Or not. It looks like they might just be going to Salem. Okay, they are just going to Salem. They are reinforcing Salem with some more troops. I'll give them about 5,000 men in Salem. Alright guys, I think that's where actually we're going to end it for this episode. I just realized the time. So, we took Boston. We are in a good spot to continue moving forward in the campaign. Hopefully we'll expand some of our Navy here soon. Once we get our officer situation sort of dealt with. In fact, I think we just got to spend it. And just keep doing that. But so thank you all for watching, and obviously at the next episode, sorry, we're gonna go ahead and get ready for the assault on Salem, because I really want to secure this whole area before moving forward. It would be nice to have Massachusetts under our complete control, and that actually did. Oh, we finally have enough officers. Let's see if we can requisition this ship really quick. That way, hopefully, next episode we can actually start sailing out. So, alright, we created that ship. It's going to take them a little while to man it all. But it looks like we finally have all the officers we need. We can go ahead and create another unit, probably here in Portsmouth. We will do that next episode, though. And then we will launch another large assault onto Salem. I think, because that'll give us another unit, should give us about almost 2,000 here. So we'd have about 7,000. They have about 5,000 now that those troops are about to join Salem. So it'd be another big battle, so, sort of like it was for Boston, but I think we will come out on top of that one as well. I'm not too worried about that. But as always, everyone, thank you for watching, and, well, bye.